Welcome dear friends again to my YouTube channel Geotechnical Engineering Consultancy Tips. This is my lecture 57 and today I will be delivering something about board cast in situ piles founded on rocks, that is rock socketed piles. As per Indian Standard Code IS 14593 1998 reaffirmed 2003. Maybe later अगर इसमें कोई रिविजन्स हुए तो आप लोग उसको लेटेस्ट फॉलो कर सकते हैं. वैसे एज फार एज आई नो इसके बाद लेटेस्ट रिविजन कोई नहीं हुआ है. नाउ दीज आर एक्चुअली लोड बेयरिंग कॉन्क्रीट पाइल्स विच द कोड सजेस्ट आर यूजुअली of diameter less than 1500 mm or equal to that. These transmit the load of the structure to the rock by resistance developed at either pile tip, which is usually called end bearing resistance, or by resistance along the surface shaft of pile by pile rock adhesion, that is the interface of the rock and concrete, or by both, that is through end bearing as well as resistance developed by the shaft. Now next, what are basically the design considerations of rock socketed piles? These should be such that load is transmitted to the rock without causing a rock failure or without causing such settlement under permanent transient loading which is being transferred from the substructure, superstructure, etc. through them to the foundations beneath, which may result in structure damage and or any functional distress of the structure which it supports. And last is that the pile shaft should have adequate structural capacity to withstand all loads and moments transmitted to the rock mass. Now, coming to the most important point is that how do you estimate the load carrying capacity of piles socketed in rocks. Now, estimating the load carrying capacity of piles socketed in rocks is usually done by four methods, which in turn calculate the compression capacity. Number one is based on uniaxial compressive strength of rock. Number two is based on limit pressure of rock, that is based on pressure meter test. Number three is based on shear strength of rock. And number D is structural strength of pile, that is structural safety. And this Indian Standard Code IS 14593 has given for A, B, C different formulas and equations in order to calculate this load carrying capacity in compression of the piles socketed in rocks. D is, as the name is in itself clearly involved, is the structural strength of the pile, that is the structural capacity. Now, when you start calculating these capacities, you have to decide on the minimum length of socket. Minimum length of socket means what minimum length of pile should be embedded into the rock. This code suggests socket length as LS and it varies from 1 to 2D for sound rock like granite, from 2 to 3D for moderately weathered rock like schist, and 3 to 4D for soft sedimentary rocks like mudstone, etc., where D is the diameter of pile. Now I will be explaining you all this in this figure of mine on the side. Piles with different embedment depth in rocks. Figure A shows that a thick overlying soil overburden above the rock. This rock I have depicted by way of these lines and colored lines. इसमें ये LS है, this is the LS socket length. इसमें क्या है, the soil portion is much more, or geomaterial is more than in comparison with the rock depth into which the pile has been embedded. Figure C shows soil depth is less and rock depth, the socketed rock length, is more in comparison to the overburden soil. Figure C shows that the pile has been entirely embedded into rock, and this rock starts from the ground level. So what I wish to explain you all is that LS is the socket length embedded into rock based on the kind of rock. This we decide when, after getting the cores collected at the field and having completed their testing in the laboratory, after preparation of the lab test result sheets, we decide on this. इसके लिए IRC 78/2014 ने भी रिकमेंडेशंस दी हुई हैं कि किस तरह से हम पाइल्स की सॉकेटेड इन रॉक्स की कैपेसिटीज निकालेंगे बेस्ड ऑन कोर रिकवरी एंड रॉक क्वालिटी डेजिग्नेशन वैल्यू CRRQD, एंड दे हैव told us two methods of calculating this load carrying capacity of piles, which I will be discussing in one of my upcoming future lectures. Now, but in some cases the minimum length of socket can even be increased beyond this specified in the code, which says this to be varying from 1 to 4D. On a case to case basis, this may be decided as 5D or even 6D. तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज व्हाट आई विश टू एक्सप्लेन यू ऑल इन दिस लेक्चर ऑफ माइन. होप आप लोगों को मेरा ये लेक्चर पसंद आया होगा और आप लाइकिंग, सब्सक्राइबिंग टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जियो टेक्निकल इंजीनियरिंग कंसल्टेंसी टिप्स. थैंक यू वेरी मच.